mistakes have been made. But this is your nightmares come to visit you. We went on Instagram and we figured since we're putting goop on our faces that we're gonna do a mask me anything or mask us anything. So we put masks on our face and now we let you ask us anything.
And Annie's got a sexy French braid.
Yep.
Courtesy of myself. Whereas my hair wasn't behaving today, so I decided to be like Ray on a don't give a shit day.
Yep, and then we both put on these masks that feel, ow! Be nice to them.
No!
Dare you disarm a Jedi Knight? Oh, we're gonna start with the most asked question. It was asked by Brianna's Reborns 43, I Love Reborns 2013, Baby Frogger, Little Reborns,
I just touched the blue and my knee-jerk reaction was to be in pain.
And Paige's Babies.
Continue.
You're interrupting me.
Okay.
So, what's it like living together? Do you like living together? What's it like living together or living with your best friend? That whole scheme. I feel unsafe.
Seriously though, we bring out the absolute best in each other, and like when I search for friends, I kind of search for people who bring out little parts of me. This slut over here, she just makes me.
I make her cuss a whole lot more.
That too, but you just make me a better person.
Yeah.
I feel like you're my perfect match. I don't know if I reciprocate, but
yeah, you do. I feel like. I mean, I moved 500 miles to live with her, so I mean, clearly there's something here that was worthwhile, you know? I feel like she makes me feel like a more solid, grounded person. She helps me feel more human, which, you know, I suffer from depression and anxiety, and, you know, she helps ground me and keeps me laughing.
I love the way your mask is drying.
I know, it's like, I look like a cat!
Delicate cats.
Is it fun living together? No, it's horrible. It's the worst experience of my life. I don't know why on earth we thought that we should do this.
No.
I hate you.
Yep. We're never like over the top goofy at the same time. We switch off.
We switch. So
like
it's
right
either,
now I think it's me because
either deadpan sarcastic and goofy, and then we flip. And it's just like, it's perfect. 123 Reborn Mama 321 asks, who's your favorite baby? I'm assuming she means from like personal collection babies that we have right now. I only have one, so Nicholas.
Fish. Probably Elowen.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Elowen's my favorite, but Lilia is the least likely to ever leave, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Cookies and Cream Nursery asks, what's your dream kit? Mine right now is probably the Henrietta sculpt. It's a toddler sculpt. I want to get it as a boy eventually.
The new Nikki Johnson one.
Yeah, Robin by Nikki Johnson is one that we both want, but we don't have immediate plans for right now. Next is
Twin Bee by Bonnie Brown.
Yeah, Twin Bee by Bonnie Brown is one that she wants. Brianna's Reborns 43 asked us multiple questions. One of which we already answered, which was dream kits. The next is, what's your favorite sports? I love volleyball and soccer.
Swimming. I could have sworn I had another sport that, I mean, I played basketball.
Fencing.
Oh, fencing, yes. I did fencing and martial arts and capoeira.
I know her.
Yes.
But that goes into Jedi training.
Yeah.
Mine is drying in a very horrifying way.
I feel like we should be on Lion King on Broadway.
Favorite Instagram and YouTube accounts. I love Once Upon a Whimsy, Jamie Lynn. She's one of my favorite peoples ever. Lilu and Lou. She's my friend Shanine. And definitely hate the account pearlofagirlnursery. It's the worst account. Do not follow it. It's just horrendous. What about you?
Well, this is awkward. Me. No, just this is awkward because I don't follow Reborn accounts. I'm one of those people, you know, I once asked my teacher, like, hey, why don't you watch Glee? And he's like, I'm a theater teacher. I don't want to go home and watch a theater teacher. Like, I feel like I'm the same way. Like, I scroll through Instagram every once in a while. Liv and Babies
not very
sticks out.
Yeah.
Liv and
Babies, she has really, I love her too. Olivia's adorable.
And, but as for YouTube accounts, I hardly ever watch any YouTube videos. My favorite channel is The Bible Reloaded.
I don't do Reborn YouTube. I listed 3 Instagram accounts. Yeah. On YouTube, I don't really watch any Reborn YouTube, hardly at all.
The Bible Reloaded, Unpopular Culture.
Hugo and Jake, you'll never watch this video, but I love you. I love Grace Helbig, Lena.
Memory Heart.
Who, this is her idea, we're just stealing creative content. Hannah Hart. Jax Films is my favorite YouTuber ever. If you've never watched him, you need to. He does Your Grammar Sucks and a bunch of other really great series. Favorite animal?
Platypus.
I like dogs. And cats. I like both.
Oh my god, look what happens with my forehead wrinkles. I look like the people from the Rings of Akatan.
After you get your house finished, would you do a house tour? Yeah, we've talked about that. I've already done a semi-tour of my room that's up on my channel, but it's not done. I want to wait till my room is done and I'll do another one.
Yeah, our downstairs is pretty much done. The nursery is all over. The nursery is our storage room.
The nursery is untouched. Hello Baby Nova asked, are you going to the beach with each other this summer? No, simply because I don't like the beach. Okay, Little Loves Reborns. Do you like pancakes?
Tess loves breakfast food very much.
This bitch.
Speaking of which, I got IHOP gift cards for Christmas. We need to go to that.
Ooh, okay. What does your imaginary friend look like?
Well, you said when she told me this question, or when I told her this question was asked, she mentioned little Tess. I once wrote a fan fiction where I said like,
baby Tess.
Baby Tess, and I once had a fan fiction where there was a little kid who was just kind of named after me because I couldn't think of any better name, and it was very connected metaphorically to my upbringing and my inner child, so it just worked. And I like my name, so that could work because she's very much a real person in my head, but when I was a kid, I actually had an imaginary friend named Dorothy.
When I was little, I had an imaginary friend named Sam. He grew up with me from ages 3 to 7, and I remember very distinctly he had just a horde of dogs. He would come to play and he would bring all of his dogs, and it would make me very, very happy. If you had 10 reborns, what kits would they be? Good Lord.
Do we have to name 10?
I can't. Let's do 5.
Can I just have 10 Elawinkas?
Sure.
Elawinka by Natalie Blick, because I've always wanted Elawinka by Natalie Blick, but I've wanted many. Or I'll list a couple. I want a child. I want
Dorothy.
I want a collection of child-sized dolls from the same sculpt, but emulating different characters from my childhood and strong female characters that have inspired me, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, Rey from Star Wars, probably Princess Leia from Star Wars, Anne of Green Gables, and that's just to name a few.
Well, I'll go on and list all the ones that I want right now. I want She's Awake by Tina Kiwi. I want Saskia by Bonnie Brown. Liam by Bonnie Brown. Henrietta. I'm pretty sure that's a Regina S sculpt. Kathy and Lily by Regina S. Eventually a Tatiana by Reva Schick. Noah by Reva Schick. Hannah by Reva Schick. And toss in Cassie Brace because I'm gonna own one of hers eventually. Do you like Twin A or Twin B better? I like Twin A better, and she likes Twin B better.
No, it's not necessarily. I've had a Twin A, and I kind of want a Twin B, having seen a couple. I have a vision for a Twin B right now.
Yeah. What's your favorite brand of Passy? I like Nooks, as a general rule. I also like Ma'am.
I like Avent.
Would you rather be Fish or Ducky?
Let's go with Fish. He's got the mane.
Yeah, Fish has that hair that I just could never recreate, so. Baby Frogger asks, how did you two meet / become friends?
She was my customer.
So July 2014, I ordered a custom. That was, for my longtime viewers, that was my Ophelia kit, Hannah Kate. We started talking throughout that process, getting to know each other, and we really started becoming friends after Hannah got home, because it was less of a business, customer-artist relationship, and it became more, social. And from there, it was very rapid growing.
Yeah, because we had so much in common. Yeah, at first, we thought we were lying to each other.
Yeah, at first we thought that we were like, why is this person trying to impress me by agreeing with everything I say? And then it just kind of became, wait, they're not bullshitting. I just found my other half, and they live 500 miles away. Yeah. Wait,
fan fiction. We bonded over fan fiction.
We bonded over fan fiction. I read her fan fiction, and I left hilarious reviews. Baby Frogger also asked us, any kits we don't particularly like.
I think any kit can be for instance, I don't like many Tates by Andrea Arcello that I see. Yeah. But I like Elowin. I think any kit has
the potential to be gorgeous.
Yeah, and some don't quite have as much detail as others, but I mean, they can still be painted to look really pretty. Like for instance, Cassie Rice, fantastic sculptor. One of her older sculpts. Hattie doesn't quite have the detail, but it's still like one of the cutest faces ever. And I've painted 2 really cute ones.
Yeah, but one thing that I don't like with sculpts is if there is a face that is not age appropriate for the size of the kit. Like there's a 20-inch kit that I saw the other day. And it had teeth, and I was like, that's a newborn-sized baby. Why is it smiling at me with teeth? That's terrifying, you know? So it's like things like that, where when you're sculpting something, keep in mind of what would be age-appropriate, because it's a reborn sculpt. The goal is to make them look realistic, and so, you know, if you have a baby that looks 6 months old, but it's a head that's that big on a 20-inch body, it's like, no, it doesn't work. So that's my only thing, is I want the realism to be there. Still reflections, our love child, Ada. She asked us 2 questions. 1, how do you feel about being a cat? It could be better. I'm coughing up a lot of hairballs.
I was trying to purr, but it didn't work. Yeah, you can do that.
She can't roll her R's, which I find hilarious because she speaks Spanish.
I'm fluent in Spanish,
but I don't. So I'll just walk in. So I'll just walk in and be like, ¿Por qué? She'll be like, I hate you.
Pero no puedes hablar español.
I don't know what that means.
Yo puedo ver.
Am I your favorite? Am I your favorite? Sí. Yay! And we're not even like halfway through. Look, we got it. We're
Alright, we need to stop. Alright, we need to boom, boom, boom.
We do. How do you guys settle who gets the last slice of pizza? Whoever's still hungry.
Most of the time we get 2 separate pizzas though.
Yeah, because we like different stuff. Or Doa Deer Nursery. Did you always love dolls before you found reborns? Yes, I did. I always loved dolls. Me too. When and how did you discover reborns? I found them on eBay.
I took one of those parenting and child development classes where you had to take the electronic baby, and I think I was looking at YouTube videos of electronic babies and came across a reborn.
Yeah. I was actually looking for one of those realistic dolls on eBay to get one, and I found reborn, so it's kind of the flip-flop. Little Reborns asked, what's your favorite thing to do together? Just hang out and chill.
Yeah, chill. I love talking about our fan fiction.
Yes.
And our fandoms in general, just analyzing our characters
because we're both so passionate about it.
Yeah, and we really, it's just like when you talk to somebody who knows something about, or when you both know things about something, you piggyback off each other.
When you're on the same level of awareness and education on a topic, you're able to converse versus having to educate and converse. So it's easier.
Like my fandom is Star Wars, hers is Harry Potter.
Yeah, but
we both know enough about each other's fandoms
to be able to support conversation. Lil Reborn Life asked if you could trade Nicholas for any Reborn in the world. Would you, and what kit by what artist? I wouldn't trade him. I finally found he's the first baby that I've ever found that I don't see going anywhere ever. Who has the cutest baby in each other's opinions?
I don't know, I'm pretty infatuated with Nicholas. I think overall, just because, like, Eloin's got the most fancy schmanciness, like, she looks pretty real in public, but I don't know, there's something about Nicholas.
I know, Nicholas, he's so tiny and cute.
He's the most bondable, I
guess. I agree, like, I think he's
the one I want to pick up most of the time.
Yeah, and same here. Coco Reborn Mama asked, what's your favorite baby store? I do more Reborn shopping than she does.
Yeah.
I love Children's Place, Babies R Us, because they have Koala Baby, which is one of my favorite clothing brands. So probably those 2.
When my money is infinite, I like Modern Maternity.
Yeah, oh, how did I miss that? I love Modern Maternity. They have gorgeous stuff. They're a little maternity boutique here in Virginia Beach. Maya Loves Reborns asked, have you ever thought of making Reborns based on your favorite characters? Nope. She has an entire army of Alawenkas planned. And Luke and Leia twins, and a Rey baby, and...
I don't know, with Rey I'm kind of losing interest in Luke and Leia babies, but I don't know, now I kind of want Rey and Kylo.
Yeah. Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter, simply because I want him to have a mother that loves him, and like, I mean, Narcissa Malfoy loves him, and we can discuss this later, but I want him to have parents that cuddle him, because he was never cuddled, and he needs to be cuddled. Also, Thalia from my fanfiction, my original character, because she's very, very pale, has bright green eyes, and jet black hair, jet black curly hair, and I thought that if like a 1-year-old Thalia would be gorgeous.
I just want a Reborn that reminds me of the Star Wars universe in some way or another.
Yeah. Because they could be very inspiring for fanfic. K's Cuddles with a K, says, do you have a stronger bond with girl or boy reborns, sleeping or awake?
Girl.
I do better with boys, and it depends. I like sleeping and awake for different things. For role play and like videos and things like that, I love awake babies because you can do more with them. I also like bigger babies because you can do more with them. But for therapy, which is strictly what Nicholas is, I don't really role play with him all that much. I like them sleeping because it's more calming to hold a sleeping baby.
I haven't explored the open-eyed, closed-eyed. I've just had Elowen and Lilia for the longest time now. I'm kind of trying to experiment with what I might like.
Yeah. What's your favorite sculpt to reborn? That's a good question because I've only.
That's more of a. My favorite sculptors to reborn from, because that's more important to me, is vinyl. Cassie Brace.
Lisa Marks, you like their vinyl a lot?
Well, I like their vinyl. It does need neutralization, but I like the way it turns out in the end.
My sweet reborn says, "Do you prefer cheese or ham?" The limit does not exist. Why you gotta make me pick? I like both. But cheese. Cheese is more versatile. Railroad Nursery. Who do you think will have reborns the longest? I think we'll both have babies like forever, but probably I feel like actively involved in the community and actively buying new ones, it'll be me. And I like interacting with other collectors. I like, the social media aspect. I like the community more than she does. She's always said, I am an artist for the reborn community.
Yeah, I don't consider myself a part of the community.
Yeah.
I love the reborn community. I think it's a beautiful place, but I don't consider myself part of the community only because of myself. I don't participate in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Whereas I'm more of an active participant. I Love Reborns 2013 says, "Do you have a cooking schedule?"
Tess cooks.
I mean, well, no, because
you can cook.
I know how to cook and I'm a good cook, but because she's never lived on her own before, she is loving cooking right now. Like, she's loving it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let her cook until she gets bored and tired of it.
And I've always liked cooking.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a health nut. Like, I like kind of experimenting with, ever since I started cooking vegan for my sister, I like kind of experimenting with little healthy things.
I mean, I love cooking. I'm good at it, but I'm also lazy. So as long as she is willing to cook, I'm not gonna be like, yes, I'm going to cook dinner tonight. I'm gonna be like, hey, do you want to cook me dinner tonight? Lullabean Baby. Oh, I like that username. I typed it. I just didn't read it. What is your favorite thing about your reborns?
Elowen, I love her gums. Lilia's personality.
Nicholas, I love his feet, and I love his nose.
Aspen's hair blares everything.
Dallas Family says, "Who is your favorite sculptor?" I like Cassie Brace and Bonnie Brown and Nikki Johnston. They're three that I've been increasingly impressed with the more that I've seen of them.
Gudrun Legler and probably Bonnie Brown.
Haley's Reborns. Will you ever use a name you gave a reborn on a kid if you had any? I would not, simply because I have names. I want to use family names for my future kids, and I haven't used. Well, I mean, I guess technically, since I've used Lynn on a doll that I had for a hot minute, I don't want to say never say. I want to say never because there are some family names that I've slipped in there, and I do.
John works good as a middle name.
Yeah,
You've
exactly.
done John as a middle name for most of your
Yeah,
movies.
exactly.
But it works so well.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I wouldn't use any of the babies' first names that I've had for kids because I want those to be family names, and that's why I haven't used them for reborns because I'm saving them for children.
Lyra. I like.
Yeah.
Always loved that name.
I love it too. I can see how you would have gone with Lyra.
And I so want a Luke and a Lyra, but it's just too much.
Yeah.
I'm already a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But I love those names as individual names.
Peaceful Moon says, "How long have you liked Star Wars?"
When I was 5, I met this little boy named Nathan Hartley in my neighborhood, and we became really good friends, and he showed me Star Wars: A New Hope, and then we watched The Empire Strikes Back, and then we watched Return of the Jedi, and I came home and I was like, "Dad, I just watched Star Wars," and he's like, "Look what we have. We have Star Wars here too. It's one of my favorites," and I was obsessed ever since then. There was a hiatus in middle school where the people on my bus made me sign a contract saying that I couldn't talk about Star Wars. I refer to those days as when I was a sober Star Wars-aholic, and it came out... It came back out somewhere around college when I started writing fan fiction.
Oh gosh. Mine is kind of half as short. My brother it has Asperger's, and they have different phases of obsessions, and when we were kids, he was obsessed with Star Wars. So pretty much from ages 4 through 12, those were the only movies that my brother would let us watch. Because of that, I had a very love-hate relationship with Star Wars because I could quote the entire movies and I hated it, but at the same time they were good movies, so I couldn't even blame the movies. And so after that, I didn't watch them or talk about them or think about them until I met Tess, and then she reignited my love for them. simply because once my brother was willing to let us watch other things, I was like, thank God. You know, so yeah.
And with this new, like, I have literally never been so proud and excited and like a kid again with any Star Wars movie. I went to see Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith on their premiere nights when I was a kid, and that was something we did with like my dad. I was excited and I saw them about 3 times, but it was never lasting. Whereas this, I've seen it 5 times, and I would still. The Force Awakens was phenomenal.
She and I are gonna go see it again because I've only seen it twice, and I feel like I need to see it at least 3 times until it's out on DVD. Next, Mama to Emily. She's another account. I like her account.
Me too.
What is your favorite thing about doll collecting? I'd have to say I love the community because I wouldn't be living in this house without the community. I wouldn't have met my friends Jamie Lynn or Shanine without this community. I wouldn't have as much self-confidence as I do now without this community because, you know, having the amount of validation that I've received from the community, like it's an amazing, incredible thing that I'm very grateful for.
Shopping?
Yep. So you could say your favorite thing about Reborn Collecting is me.
Customers. That's short. Yep. I said yes. What more do you want?
If you could only keep one Reborn, who would it be and why?
Lilia.
Nicholas.
Oh, but Blair. You know what? I honestly think Blair. That was my gut instinct. I feel like Lilia could be recreated. And I just don't know what I did. She was my 7th doll. I made her in like September of 2013.
Rowan Babes, was it difficult to paint Twin A? I heard they have difficult vinyl. Any tips?
I used matte varnish quite a bit because I heard that so I pretty much added matte varnish to the neutralization layers, and then it wasn't that bad. I feel like I might have had trouble a little bit doing the nail, like the, cause you know, from the first knuckle up for the blushing, but Nicholas, I just made him so newborn that it was more just a general pinkness of the hand. So sometimes, like, when I can't get that even blushing at the very tips of the fingers, sometimes just getting that hand pinky is good enough.
Oh God, I can see the finish line. Praise the Lord. Sweet Disposition Baby, favorite fast food place?
I don't eat fast food.
I love
Panera, if that. Panera, I dine in, but Panera.
Yeah. I love Chick-fil-A and I love Sonic's drinks. Build your own pizza. Go.
Onions, mushrooms, corn, whatever I had at Z Pizza. Onion, mushroom, corn, and feta cheese, I think.
Yeah, for me, it depends on my mood, but usually light sauce, extra cheese, with ground sausage, tomatoes, red onions, and yeah, that's it.
I also like pepperoni and pineapple.
These are from Jamie Lynn. For 24 hours, would you rather have a dead rat in your butt or a frog live in your mouth? Choose wisely. I didn't read her these on purpose.
Frog.
See, my gag reflex is really, really sensitive, so I have to go rat. But you're gonna get warts in your mouth, so.
Okay.
What rules have you put in place at your new apartment? I love how she goes from that to something so normal. Okay.
No boys.
No boys.
Unless they're cute.
No, but seriously.
Parties.
Unless Umbridge is invited. Like, neither of us drink.
Yeah.
I like dessert wine, so there are times when I find a sweet wine that like I just want to try. But I never get drunk. I feel like no getting drunk is one that we have.
Yeah.
And
it's just not worth it. We have a rental, a townhouse, like, you know, nobody's gonna get drunk and mess up this place.
Uh-huh.
And our rooms are our sanctuaries.
Yes. Rules, like we can set our own rooms for our rules. Open door policy unless it's shut. Upstairs is private. Downstairs is where guests and like other people are allowed to be. No one is allowed upstairs unless
my mom
they're
comes upstairs all the time,
which is irritating.
Yeah.
Do your own dishes. I run errands because she takes out the trash because I don't like taking out trash.
I skateboard out the trash.
Yep.
We stay away from each other's like painting areas.
Yeah.
Most of it's just, you know, general respect.
Like, yeah, just
anything
treat each other.
I would want, like for like anything I would like. My
we
sister
each have our
thought
own.
She could use like her Tupperware. Like she just grabbed her Tupperware because it's pretty Tupperware.
I have pretty purple Tupperware.
I know I wouldn't want my stuff being used when I'm gone.
Yeah.
So like I don't use her stuff when she's gone.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Which one of you would be most likely to walk in on the other building pillow fort? Me. I would walk in one day and she would be building a pillow fort. And then I would scream
like a
and
full living, not even just in my room, like a full living room.
Full house-wide pillow fort where the floor is lava.
Yep.
Annie, what would you do if you came home to discover Tess had adopted a rat colony?
That would not happen.
I would laugh because Ducky is a rescued feral cat, so she'd be hunting that rat colony. That's why I've never had issues with bugs in my apartment, because she hunts them and eats them before I even see them, so. But the exception are ants,
feral ants,
which is bullshit. Like, that's why I have you. She did not do her job. Who is better at the nene? Prove it.
What?
Do you even know what that is?
Is that the whip?
She doesn't, yeah.
I don't know.
Watch me whip.
I don't know these things.
Watch me whip. And watch me nay.
I did better.
I'm the dancing queen. I'm young and sweet and only 22.
I'm the impulsive dancer. I do kind of like a...
Yeah.
It's like a horse riding type dance, but it's more like humping the horse
While
thing
slapping its ass.
that my sister originated, but it just became something that I do when I walk into a room.
I'll be doing something and she'll just come up and dance up behind me. And I'm just like, this is my life now. I chose this for myself. If you had to share a third roommate husband, who would you both mutually agree on?
Danny.
Yeah. Or if we wanted to go fictional, Spike. Spike would be great. Spike would be beautiful and amazing. And awesome.
Can we tie him up in a bathtub, please?
Yes!
You still haven't seen that episode, so that probably sounded cute.
But I still agree with it.
Let's chain him in a bathtub.
Whatever.
Chain him in a bathtub with passions.
Whatever.
Not our passions, the soap opera.
Let me finish my innuendo. Whatever floats my toy boat in the bathtub. Do you buy your own food or split the grocery bill? We do a little bit of both. We each have a shelf in the fridge that's kind of like our shelf with our stuff. And then we each have a cabinet that's our food that we only want for us. And then we have a communal cabinet that we'll buy stuff for and stick up there. And then like we have a box of Pop-Tarts up there. And like whoever finishes an item that's up there, they replace it, put it back in the communal cabinet.
For the most part, we kind of switch off the big grocery runs. Like, I'll do a big grocery run for myself and be like, hey, do you want a few things?
Yeah.
And then vice versa. She'll do her big grocery run, so that way, you know, it just kind of...
And, you know, she works at Walmart, so there have been times when I'm like, hey, can you grab me X, Y, and Z? And then the next time I'll go, I'll grab you X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it's kind of... We don't want to nickel and dime each other because we both know that neither of us are out to, like, mooch off of each other or steal each other's food or steal each other's money or take advantage. Mm-hmm. So we don't worry about the small stuff. And then the last question, I Love Aria asked, what did you think of putting that goop on your face? Well, I feel like I know what it's like to be the fueler of nightmares. This has been a mistake.